Hey guys, sorry I haven't been around. Well, I've been around, but I haven't posted any videos because I've just been kind of praying and contemplating on what I'm going to do with my channel. As most of you know, it is completely demonetized because of actually what I'm about to talk about. But I'm not gonna stop. But it, you know, it wasn't just about the demonetization, it was them pulling so many of my videos that had nothing to do with anything, even videos that were previously monetized. It's just because they want to shut us up, whatever. So I've just been, I don't know, trying to think of what I can do. I know it does, to some people it might not look like a lot of work to just turn on a camera and talk, but if you go and look at most of my old videos, it was a lot of stuff that took a lot of, well, the ones that are still up, if you can, they take them down, and sometimes I don't even realize, but it's a, dozens of hours of research, hundreds of hours of research, months, whatever. I mean, who was essentially one of the only channels that told you that there was going to be a situation, a virus situation that's going to be a political situation, and it would affect all kind of things? That was myself and maybe two other channels, but nobody else. We have all these false prophets that they call themselves prophets. They make thousands of dollars on a live stream just for saying, God talked to me, I had a dream, I had a this, I had a that. Not that he doesn't do those things, but they're going to be in a lot of trouble for even invoking God in their grifting, their money laundering. I don't know what you call it. Just lies, their false prophecies, and all of these things. But yet people still throw money at them. But anyway, so thank you for everyone who has ever donated to my channel. Thank you so much. I am very grateful for every dollar that I ever have received, and everybody that supports, likes, and shares, and everything, and debt or anything. But I also wanted to give an update on Pastor Spell and what occurred. I do want to talk about something funny. Funny like weird. There was a pastor that was arrested in Canada, and just about every Christian apologist on YouTube did a video about it. Sorry. I mean, making this huge deal about it, and these top pastors that have huge followings, John MacArthur and all these other people, all talking about it like, oh my gosh, this is our First Amendment. First of all, that's Canada. It's not even the United States. But my question is, yes, be concerned for him, pray for him and everything. Why aren't they talking about Pastor Spell? The one pastor that did get arrested, the police showed up and arrested him. He didn't go turn himself in. I don't know Pastor James Coates, whatever. I'm just saying, that's Canada. But yet we don't have American pastors saying anything about Pastor Spell. We don't have the Christian apologists doing videos. We don't have them doing interviews with his wife and all of these things. I'm not saying that she would. She's very busy, feeding homeless children and teaching. And, they have a little school type situation at the church. They're very busy, and they don't really do things online too much. They didn't really do anything until all of this corona stuff, because that's just not how they were. It was it's everything in person. But they go to the poorest areas. For those who aren't up to speed about this, you know, they go to the poorest areas, in Baton Rouge, in New Orleans, which Louisiana currently has the highest per capita homicide rate in the United States. So this is dangerous areas, but yet they do it because that's their calling. They go and pick up these kids, get them out of these situations, feed them, clothe them, teach them, you know, not just church and everything. They have the homeschool stuff and they help tutor them, just things, well, what the church was actually meant for, to do all of these things, to help the community and do all of these things. But yet we didn't see any of these YouTube apologists, Christian apologists, even speak about it, as if it didn't even happen. But all of a sudden, almost a year into this, and a pastor gets arrested in Canada, and everybody acts like this is some shock. This is exactly what, especially myself and anybody, and the other handful of people that did videos about this, we said, if you don't support Pastor Spell or anybody else that was being fined and all of this stuff, we said that this is going to lead to more pastors this is going to happen to. This is going to happen to just Christians around the country. I mean, yes, they're all our brothers and sisters in Christ around the country. But the point was, he was standing alone. All the way back last March? It was last March, a year ago. The only one, from what we know, the only pastor to get arrested ever for having church in America's history. And yet, pretty much silent across the board. Now, why is that? Why is that? I'm not going to make any conjectures. I have my own conjectures, my own thoughts, but it's very suspicious. It's very concerning as well, because anyway, this past week, the DA in Central City, in the Baton Rouge area where the church is, they offered Pastor Spell a plea deal. He just needed to plead guilty for having church, and they let it all go away. For those who aren't up to speed, they actually said he was guilty, right? They've already said he was guilty. But now they're trying to offer him a plea deal. They said he was guilty for having church and, you know, feeding poor people and people in need, all of these things. And now, when the statute of limitations is about to run out, they want to throw a plea deal at him. You think he took it? No. Of course he didn't. Like, be real. Guilty for what? Having church? Feeding people? Clothing people? Picking them up? Getting them out of the gun areas, the gun zones? The gang-related... Not all the places they go to is like that, but many... Baton Rouge and New Orleans are bad areas. They really are. No, of course he didn't take the plea deal. That's ridiculous. They're so silly. But things are going great with them. I mean, that happened. We don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, it's all up in the air. But they've been able to they were trying to get some property that was right behind them. They have their main church building, and then they have like a piece in the middle. There was some land in the middle, and then you drive behind that, and that's where like the teen girls and the teen boys and the sprouts, like the small ones, where they have their youth meetings. And not only that, they have like the baseball diamonds. They've put, I mean, it's really a community center. This is not, and it's not some fancy, see, right now people have gotten so used to these mega complex churches where that's not really this big deal, but this is different. It's really for the community, to get these kids off the streets and to get families and hanging out and doing things that isn't the world, you know. But anyway, they were able to get the property that is behind them, that was in the middle of their two properties, from what I understand. It was, yeah, I believe it was in the middle. I've been out there, but I haven't seen that part, and which is amazing. And so it's actually a great story. I'm going to put a link down below, and you can hear how they had to buy it, because the owner of the property didn't want to sell it to Pastor Spell. They wanted to sell it, but the lady actually said, if he wants it, he's gonna have to pay $1 million for it, when it was only worth like $500,000 or something. But that's how people are. I mean, spirits, unclean spirits, show up in odd ways. But anyway, they were able to get it. And anyway, I just wanted to give y'all an update on that. And I just thought it was just very interesting. I mean, pray for Pastor Coates. I mean, I don't believe that he's faking this. Some people have said, oh, maybe this is just fake or something. I don't think that. I don't believe that at all. But I can see that people would say that it's fake because of the fact that nobody really said anything when it was a pastor in the United States. Like, why is that? Why this huge deal? Why practically every single apologist online, John MacArthur, Master Seminary guys, all of these people drop everything to be like, oh no, what? Why weren't they doing that back in March? Why weren't they fighting back in March? I will drop one thing. Most of these people that I'm speaking of are all cessationists. And I'll let you make your own. Either way, when you're walking in spirit, things are going to happen. The trials are not going to be easy. I mean, you know, that's what Pastor Spell was saying, that he's wanted this property for years and years, and it's just never happened. But like with everything, you have to, you know, prove yourself by your fruits and all of these things. And I'm not gonna get into theology or anything like that. I just wanted to give y'all an update and tell y'all that I am alive. People have been concerned. Sorry. I'm here. How long will I be here? I mean, on this platform, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It is a lot of work doing videos that, you know, with all the research and just to be shadow banned. It sucks. But actually, I will put my Twitch link down below. I might just start live streaming on there or something. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you automatically get one free follow, subscribe or whatever. And so you can subscribe to me on Twitch for free using your Amazon. I don't know how it works, but I just know that it's there. I think you just go to your Amazon thing and you go to, it'll have like the options. Heck, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. You could probably find a video about it though. But I'll put a link down there, because I just, it's just so hard to do so much work for free. And I know people are like, oh, you would do this for the money? What are you, a communist? Like, you know, conservatives are supposed to be capitalists, but yet they also want us to do everything for free. It's bizarro world. It is bizarro world indeed. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like to help support my channel, please do. The links will be in the pinned comments and in the description. Bye, guys.